Not sure. This guy's got this fucking shit going on outside here. I gotta see. Hold on. Yeah, no, it's all good. I don't hear it's not that bad at least. But UFC on ESPN 9. They're returning to Las Vegas, UFC Apex. They didn't have near enough fights signed to do the 23rd card, and also they wanted to wait a week to see if Las Vegas would lift, which they did. Um, so May 30th, they moved to the UFC Apex. They don't have to spend money on the venue now. It's good for the UFC. Decent card. Kevin Holland, I think, is a story of the card, who was going to just fought on the 16th or whatever. Not this past Saturday, but Saturday before, he fought at middleweight. Now he was coming down 170 pounds to fight welterweight against Daniel Rodriguez, and excuse me, and he got injured. What are we now? 6 days from the fight, he got injured. He hasn't disclosed what happened just yet, but he will not be fighting Daniel Rodriguez. Instead, Daniel Rodriguez will be fighting Gabriel Green, another guy making his UFC debut. So it's not that bad of a replacement, as I feel their skill levels will be somewhat more similar now. I think Kevin Holland was going to pretty much have his way with Daniel Rodriguez, but I think this is a lot stylistically and just where they are in their careers. I think Gabriel Green, Daniel Rodriguez would be a better fight as far as competitiveness. But we didn't predict that card because that fight didn't come out until I got home today, so I didn't write it into the notes. I didn't really look deep into it to see who was going to win. I'll do that throughout the week, but I haven't done that just yet. I've only done that about these 5 fights. Katlyn Chikady and Antonio Shevchenko is a very interesting fight because Katlyn's the last fight she lost. She was fighting for the title against Valentina Shevchenko, and Valentina won by decision. That was February of 2020, so just like 4 months ago. And other than that, Chikadyan's 13-3, 10 out of 3 of her wins are via decision. She's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu under Renzo Gracie. Shevchenko only trains Muay Thai at Tiger Muay Thai. She's just a Muay Thai fighter, 39-1. But she lost a split decision to Roxanne Modafferi. The reason that's interesting to me is because I think that shows Katlyn how to beat her, a game plan on how to beat her. And Shevchenko obviously has a game plan on how to beat Chikadyan because Shevchenko, her sister, just beat Chikadyan not even 4 months ago. So she kind of watched the game plan 4 months ago. It's really, it's which fight is going to happen. Is Katlyn going to be able to be bigger, stronger, take her down, hold her down, wrestle her, beat her up on the ground, or an attack on the ground, or is Shevchenko going to be able to keep her kind of kickboxing distance and just kind of leg kick her, body kick her, keep her with the jabs, just out strike her like that? I got Chikadyan. I think Chikadyan proves that it's not just, kind of depend. I don't know. I'm picking Chikadyan. I don't know what I'm trying to get at there about why I pick her. I think she will be bigger, a little bit stronger coming to fight. I think she is, just got like body build wise a little bit more on Shevchenko. So I'm going to pick her by decision. Kenzie Dernhan Cyphers is a hard fight for me. I don't really know why, other than maybe rankings wise, they put Mackenzie Dern versus Hannah Cyphers. Dern, black belt in jiu-jitsu under Wellington Diaz. I think that's her father. But she also won worlds for jiu-jitsu in 2015, 2016, and she has 22 gold medals in jiu-jitsu total. She is 7-1. Her only loss was a decision. Amanda Ribas, who is probably going to be, if not fighting for the title next the fight right after that, so she's top of the division. She got wins over. She's 2-1 in the UFC. She got wins over Amanda Cooper and Ashley Yoder. She also has a win over Montana De La Rosa, who's a great submission fighter in Legacy in 2016. So she's shown that she is a amazing jiu-jitsu fighter. If she can get the fight to the ground, she's going to make it a really quick night. Cypher's only a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. I think that's going to work against her. 10-4, 2-2 in the UFC. She got losses to Jordi Escabel and Paulina Viana. Oh, she also has losses to. Oh, no, that's who she has wins over. She has losses to Macy Barber and Angela Hill. I was about to say, damn, she lost to those girls. But Macy Barber, nothing to, she was until Roxanne beat her. She was on a move up the rankings in her weight class, and then Angela Hill, she was on a streak until she just got beat by Claudia Gadelha. So Cypher's still trying to have something to prove. Um, you know, whichever girl wins this fight probably gets put in the top 15 and gets their way up in the rankings. So if they're not already in the ranks, I got to. Matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I have to look it up to see if they're in the rankings because that kind of. I'm picking Mackenzie Dern either way, but by submission probably pretty early. Let's see. Yeah, neither girl's ranked. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, so they're kind of fighting to see who's going to get ranked, who's going to start making their way up the rankings. I think Hannah Cypher's going to put up a really good fight. I wouldn't say maybe I say first round, but I mean I'm more leaning towards second, third round submission. It's going to take her a while to figure it out, but I think she will figure it out later. Not as much the takedown. I think she'll get a couple takedowns. I just think Hannah Cypher, she just won't let her. She'll just fight, really hard. Like she fought really hard in the Angela Hill fight, even though she got finished. You could tell she tried to fight hard to get back in the fight. I think she's gonna not. I think she's gonna have the exact same type of fight in her for this fight, except now she just got to defend submissions and stuff. And if she ends up beating her, I wouldn't be surprised. Or if she ends up submitting her, I wouldn't be surprised if she got her black belt. Or not her black belt, whatever comes after purple. I ain't got that far yet. Brown, maybe. I don't know. But maybe she get another belt in the ring if she wins. Or if she loses. I don't know, man. I don't know how that shit works. But I see it being competitive, but Amanda Duren's going to whoop her ass. And then Roosevelt Roberts, Brock Weaver. Brock Weaver, I'm really high on Brock Weaver. I like his style of fighting. But I kind of, when I'm looking through him, kind of not. I got to see something first because he's 15-4. He's 1-0 in the UFC. And that one win was the disqualification of Rodrigo Vargas because he hit him with an illegal knee. Brock Weaver's knees. He was completely sitting on the ground, got kneed in the face, couldn't continue. So he won. So, I mean, but it was a pretty competitive fight before that. And then Devin Smith, he wins over Devin Smith, Charles Bennett, and Wesley Golden. It's three probably biggest wins. And, Charles Bennett, but Charles Bennett was getting older. He was in his point where he was only fighting for money. He was fighting quick and stuff. Wesley Golden, journeyman. Devin Smith, contender series. That's where I became a fan of him, honestly. But 15-4. We gotta see. Roberts, on the other hand, is 9-1. His only loss was to Vince Pichel. He's 3-1 in the UFC. He's got wins over Darrell Horcher, Thomas Gifford, Alexander Yakovlev. 7 out of 9 of his wins via finish. He's never been finished in his career. He is a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm not sure that Weaver's strong suit is jiu-jitsu. I think he's got more of a dominant stand-up. I think he could, maybe if he goes down there, can hold his own. But I think that could be the deciding factor in the fight for me. You know what? Flip it. I'm gonna go Brock Weaver. I'm gonna go Brock Weaver. Dark horse. Dark horse knockout. Brock Weaver. Yeah, fuck it. Co-main event: Blogne Ivanov versus Augusto Saki. Against Augusto Saki. Ivanov is an international master of sports, whatever that means, in sambo. He's a black belt in judo. 18-3, three losses in his whole career were to Alexander Volkov, Junior Dos Santos, and Derek Lewis. So your entire career, not three horrible losses there. Uh, 12 out of 18 of his wins were via finish. He's never been knocked out in his career. 14-1 is Augusto Saki, 11 wins via knockout. He's never been finished in his career also. 3-0 in the UFC, wins over. He's got knockout wins over Chase Sherman and Marcin Tybura. And he's got a decision win over Andrei Arlovski. One loss that he has is against Czech Congo and Bellator. So that's going to be a really, really good fight. I'm going to go Augusto Saki by knockout. First time Ivanov gets knocked out in his career. No, I'm going to go Augusto Saki by decision. That's what I'm going to do. Augusto Saki by decision. Um, Tyron Woodley versus Gilbert Burns. Woodley, this is going to be his first fight since he lost the belt to Kamaru Usman back in March 2019. He's 19-4. He's never been submitted. He's only been knocked out once. That was at Nate Court knockout. Nate Marquardt Nate Marquardt knockout in Strikeforce back in the day. As a D1 wrestler, black belt in jiu-jitsu under Din Thomas. Gilbert Burns, still the better grappler probably. He's a second-degree black belt, and that's under Rafael Barros. He's 4 gold medals in jiu-jitsu, 2 in Nogi Worlds, 1 in Worlds, and 1 in Abu Dhabi. He's 18-3. He's only been knocked out once, never been submitted. Only knockout was to Dan Hooker, though, 155 pounds. I think, not even in the league of Woodley. So, but that was a little while ago. Right now, he's on a 5-fight winning streak. That includes Oliver Arbin Mercier, Mike Davis, Alechki Kunchko, Gunnar Nelson, and Damian Maia. Now, he's on quite a roll right now. But highest he's got to Damian Maia. Did Damian Maia ever beat Tyron Woodley? No. It depends on what Tyron Woodley comes back to this fight, to be honest, to see if he's going to win or not. If it's the one that could knock out Robbie Lawler, he'll probably win this fight. But if it's the one that face Usman, I don't know, man. That's going to be tough. Gilbert Burns might be on the way to the top. I got Woodley. I'm going to go Woodley by decision, probably. Rest of the card, like I said, no Kevin Holland versus Daniel Rodriguez. Now it will be Daniel Rodriguez versus Gabriel Green. You also got Billy Quarantillo versus Spike Carlisle. Jamal Hill versus Cleason Ibreu. Tim Elliott versus Brandon Royval. Louis Samoka, Casey Kenny. Chris Gutierrez versus Vince Moraes will round out the card. So pretty decent card. A lot of young guys. You know, high risk. No, low risk, high reward from this card. I think from them, and it's good that they got it on ESPN. It's on free TV. That'll be this Saturday. What's next Saturday? All right, I was just picking it up to see what's next Saturday. What's today? The 26th, the 30th, June 6th, 250. Probably be in Vegas. That's gonna be a good card too. Manny Nunes, Felicia Spencer, Aljamain Sterling, Corey Sandhagen, Ian Heinisch, Gerald Mearshart, Charles Birds, Mikhaili Piletau, uh, Alex Perez, Joseph Formiga, Alonzo Mayfield, Devin Clark, Rafael Sunsao, Cody Garbrandt, Neil Magny, Anthony Martin, Sean O'Malley versus Eddie Wineland, and Alex Caceres versus Chase Hooper. That's a fucking deep card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's that? 10 already? 2 weeks out? Yeah, at least add another one to that. That's good. That's a deep ass card. So we'll be back in a week to go over those picks. I have 3 weeks of picks to put into a graphic. Um, but once I do, I'll count up. I see I'm fucking sucked those last 2 cards bad. I went like fucking 3 wins on the last card that just happened. Not the Smith, Teixeira won the other one. I got like 3 wins on that shit. So I did horrible that last card. But we'll be back next Tuesday. We'll talk about the picks. See you guys. Barbecue out.